What up, guys? Good morning. So today, given the temperature is finally going down, we had like this huge heat wave last week, but with the temperature finally going down today, figured it was a good time to go ahead and finally look at the new nostalgic grooming cream, because this is a light medium hold like product, and it is the weekend, so I do prefer something more relaxed. My hair is still long, and so at least in the past, like this type of product would be very ideal for me. And we've seen some other products similar to this, or at least by definition, by description, I mean, are similar, like the Lockhart's grooming cream, and we'll be comparing it to that a lot throughout this review. But of course, let's look at it up close. As we mentioned before in the last review, like you can see what was once nostalgic handmade went through a huge like relabeling and redesign into nostalgic grooming, and so we see a completely new label, completely new logo. Everything's different. This is nostalgic grooming cream light hold. We also see this is 4-ounce jar. It has a very retro style design, so kind of lacking the nostalgicness or the nostalgia, I guess, of its previous design style, but it has a very like retro feel for the little like arcade game kind of illustration decal here. Ingredients on one side, directions on the other, and still in that like blue kind of so deep that it's almost purple plastic jar. Opening it up, see the product inside is a lot more of a true white than the other ones we've seen. But anyways, let's use it. For the smell of this pomade, like the top of the jar says mango sage, and that's pretty actually like accurate. Like you definitely get a lot of mango, and it's not to be confused with the mango butter. Mango butter has a very like specific smell. This is very much like a fresh mango, and then you get some sort of not herbiness, but some more plantiness, some like kind of, it's like extra smooth. That's like the best way to describe it for me, at least. But anyways, scooping it out. So definitely like has a consistency that is more like, I would say, a light version of their water base. I mean, this is a water based like pomade, so it's distinguishable from like what we mentioned before, Lockhart's grooming cream. But I still imagine it to be very comparable, given that, I mean, I guess we're still seeing less and less light hold like pomades like today. And especially like water based products, we rarely see a light hold. From like what I understand, at least, pomade brewers just, there just doesn't seem to be as much appreciation for it. Personally, I think there's definitely a place for it in the market. However, I mean, if people aren't like checking it out as much, then brewers are typically less encouraged to actually create them. But they definitely have the benefits. Like for example, very easy to scoop out, very easy to break down, and of course also very easy to apply to the hair. I guess I wanted to mention some use cases that other people I know have used this product and other similar products before, but I won't be demonstrating in this review, is to go ahead and like cut grease buildup or like waxy buildup in the hair from like days before. Because you really can just go ahead and bring this in and like it'll straight up just cut through that wax, like kind of just create like a more what's the word for it, heterogeneous like solution out of it, or like kind of mixture between this product and the wax buildup, which then allows you to wash it out at the end of the day. But this is a light product, so as you add more, you don't necessarily get like more hold in a very significant way. So we'll go ahead and call this one done in regards to application, and go ahead and just comb things back. Obviously, as you can see, very easy to comb through, and you can like visually see how light it is. let's go ahead and start styling it. And so as you can see, like even with a light pomade, you can get a pomp with like good height and very good shape, like beautiful shape. Of course, it's a lot more sensitive to basically the environment and whatever you do throughout the day, and you should expect it to have kind of freeformness and to kind of do its own thing. And you just gotta be comfortable with that because it is a light pomade. But it's that shape that it's really hard to compare other products to like a light hold with, because the light hold just has this real naturalness that can get you a good pump and really allows you to, or not allows you, but allows your hair to still maintain its uniqueness, its naturalness. Like if you have straight hair, or like mine, then it'll have like a beautiful curvature to it. If you have curly hair, then you'll need to go ahead and like let that come through and be comfortable with that. But yeah, I mean, so to go over everything, consistency, it's basically like a lighter version of the water base, so it has this kind of pseudo Plato-ness, but at the same time, it's significantly more like oily or more, not petroleum jelly, but you do feel like the oil is a lot more. Applying it super easy. Shine, I would definitely say it's one solid notch above neutral, so there definitely is shine here. Slickness is definitely a slick product, like almost no stray hairs at all, like that's not a concern. I didn't have to think about that. The strength, I would put between a light and a medium. That is correct, they are right in that. More towards the light, but it's definitely like between the two. And of course, so control overall, like you saw that, like I styled this in 2 seconds. Very convenient. And so go throughout the whole day now and you'll see what light hold pomades, this is going to be a good example of what happens throughout the day. And we'll be honest with that. So, see you guys in a few hours. So, as we expected, the hair did get messed up. And I mean, it's a light pomade. I warned you at the beginning, warned you right before we left for this section. And yeah. But what we hope is that we can restyle into something that is at least like somewhat aesthetic. Because as you would imagine, you begin with a limited amount of strength or a limited amount of hold. And so that's not going to increase throughout the day. But what we're happy to see is that we can form some sort of pomp again, which is not bad at all. It's obviously not the tallest thing in the world, and it definitely like lacks that same oomph that we get with like a medium or like a strong like hold like pomade of any kind. But still, it's at least like somewhat formed. It stays like out of like your face, and it looks reasonable. So that's like I guess the biggest thing that we want to talk about right now. Other things, the greasiness, like it does stay the same, doesn't feel any greasier, doesn't harden, of course. And overall, like I like this pomade just because of how relaxing it is. I mean, this use case, using it on the weekend where I just want to really relax, I just want to keep my hair out of my head, like this is the most ideal use case for it. Honestly, because it's a water base, it does feel a lot cleaner than, for example, like the Lockhart's Grooming Clean or other light options. Because for the most part, light water bases don't necessarily exist much, even in comparison to the original Crystal Lake. That actually got pretty greasy, but this one doesn't. So it's a nice way to feel clean, keep your hair out of your head, out of your face, and just keep things a little slick back, like for the weekend. So I like it. And it reminds me a lot of the way the other ones feel, and so I'm pretty sure like it's true. Like if you do want to go ahead and cut up that heavy like oil-based residue that you have, this will definitely help. Also, if you want to soften up like a really strong clay for any reason, like this would also be another option for you. But yeah, so this has been a review for Nostalgic Grooming Cream, and take care.